Hello, my name is Simpertinent, and today I'm going to show you this basemental drugs mod that I downloaded into my Sims 4 game. And I'm using a Sim family that is me and my boyfriend. He decided to make a Sim and put it in my game about a week ago. So this is the pot that you have to grow, and then you have to cure it in these jars that they add on to the game. I chose to grow them in the basement because I thought that would be most accurate. And then you can't smoke the weed until you buy a bong, such as this, rolling papers, or blunt wraps, which are all included in modified build mode. They also have cigars, cigarettes. They renamed the drinks at the bar, which I hated because honestly, I think they got a lot of them wrong. Like, the silent film is not an old-fashioned. It has like a mint sprig in it. Old-fashions don't have mint sprigs in them. Here's some cocaine. You can literally buy it by the pound. You can get giant bags of it and then you keep breaking it up. I assume you can sell it. I never got that far with this mod. Yeah, the lighting in my kitchen and living area, some reason, is extremely bright. I think it's because of all the windows I put in. I can't change it. I tried to, but whatever. I'll move them out of this house soon. So this is Bronson, and he just snorted some cocaine. And he's feeling very confident. That's another thing about this pack is like they didn't like name anything funny sim way. Like, that's kind of what I like about the Sims, is the silly names. It's the joke about it. Yeah, so you basically get these baggies of weed after you take them out of the jar, and that's how you start smoking the weed. And I've got them both on the aspiration pack to be a psychonaut, so somebody who explores the mind. And the weird thing is, I didn't do most of these aspiration goals. They just appeared with a green check eventually. And I thought maybe the reason was because you have to buy into this company's Patreon to get the entire mod. And I just got the free mod, and a lot of these things were just like filling up in the aspirations. However, not everything. So I'm really confused about it. That's her smoking a little joint or a blunt or something. She's addicted. If she doesn't smoke weed, there's a little monster symbol in red under her mood that's like, more weed. So yeah, there's also like a vape pen. Now she's vaping. It's unclear whether it's tobacco or marijuana, so I don't know what she's smoking. There isn't any indication whether it's nicotine or pot. Okay, Mr. Cokehead over here is got his bong, which they just keep in their inventory, which I find really weird. Just like have a giant bong. They don't have a bag, they don't have a backpack. That's another thing that's pretty weird about Sims, is they don't have like bags, they don't have purses, they don't have backpacks. How are they carrying around all this shit? Anyway, he's going down to the hookah, I believe. So the hookah can be modified to contain pot instead, and you can like blend the weed. You can start with like a few different strains of marijuana and then like splinch the plants, and you can come up with like new strains of marijuana, and then you can load up the hookah with it, and you can sit around and get high with all of the Sims you would like, all 4 of the Sims that you would like. So basically, there's another thing in this pack, excuse me, that I read on the website. It said you can click on any stove, and if you have uncured weed, at least 8 nugs, you can make edibles. And I looked into the hidden objects, and there is like cupcakes that have been modified to have a little pot leaf, but honestly, it wasn't working. I couldn't get her to bake edibles. I couldn't take the tray of edibles from the build mode and eat them, so that is something unexplored. They can smoke too much weed. Like, usually their mood ranges anywhere from inspired to like just dazed out of their mind. They seem to be pretty like chill most of the time though. She looks like the fairy from Lord of the Rings. Her face is so washed out by the lighting in this house. I've got to move. I've got to move. There's too much light. Yeah, so he's just gonna get like sick of smoking weed in a minute. And she's a beast. She's just gonna hold her own and keep smoking blunts and joints and bongs. Because for some reason she's more addicted. Also, the cigarette addiction is just a pain in the ass. If they don't have a cigarette every hour in this game, they lose it. Another unique feature is the lovely random bottle of pills with Sharpie written on it. And if you open that bottle of pills, you get little pills of MDMA. And sometimes they just take them without your instruction and get fucked up. And then the next day they're like hungover from doing too many drugs. So you give them like a drug once and then they just start doing it all the time if it's in their inventory. They have no self-control. See, that's how many cigarettes I had to put in her pack because she like literally, she won't stop smoking. It's just a fun way to make your Sims, excuse me, no corona. It's a fun way to make your Sims into addicts. But basically, I have to make them have sex on MDMA. So they both took a little pill. They're dancing it out. And this is how I complete the aspiration. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make them bang it out. What they really want to do is bang it out in the hot tub. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. Like, honestly, when I'm trying to finish an aspiration, I'm more of a take whatever shortcut I have to just get the goals finished. I'm not really artistic about it. I just want to win. I have the Get Famous pack, and for some reason my sim got a little bit famous, and she constantly gets called to join a career, and I fucking hate that about the Get Famous pack. Yep, there they go. You have to do it twice. 1 out of 2. This should be number 2. And then I'll go on to the 3rd round of the aspiration. She has many, many attributes to her mood from all the drugs. This is also a character that is loosely based off of my own mug. But, yeah, I don't consider them to be reflections of myself. They're ridiculous. People, look at her. She's just smoking a cigarette in the hot tub. A little after sex. Smoke. And you know, something about The Sims that I don't understand is how they have sex in hot tubs. They go underwater and hold their breath for what would be probably like 10 minutes in real life. And they don't die. They love it, actually. So basically, my next thing I have to do is take ayahuasca. So it said you can buy ayahuasca through your phone. Again, that was not working with the packs that I downloaded, which was everything that was free. So I had to go through build mode and do the show hidden objects cheat, and then take a cup of ayahuasca, put it on the table, and get them to drink a cup of ayahuasca that randomly showed up on their kitchen island. They have no qualms. That's fine. Yeah, stop dancing. You fucking ridiculous. Is it just me, or does anytime you have like a radio or a stereo in your house, the sim just constantly dances? Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. They just, if there's a radio, they just dance their freaking life away. Yeah. My ghostly figures are doing the drugs. There's some of them are scared, some of them are kind of excited about the coming trip. It sounds like she's a little bit nervous. And maybe she should be, I don't know. Yeah. Smoke some weed, chill it out. It's nothing to fret about. They do add books, and I'm not sure what the books are really for. I think it's more about the drug dealing side of this pack, which I didn't find available to me. Again, like, all the electronics had no interactions with buying drugs or dark web like it's supposed to, but there's like a gang aspect to this and a drug dealing aspect to this. So yeah, I don't know, if organized crime is your thing, maybe invest in the whole pack. But from what I can tell, there's a lot of things that either aren't working or weren't included in the free pack. So you get this thing, and it's part of the goals and the aspirations, as it says time to drift away when you're on ayahuasca. So you have to click on the sim, it says right there in the corner, and have them drift away. Close your eyes and drift away. I went through both of them multiple times, multiple ayahuasca ceremonies. They don't have that as an option. So I could never complete the aspiration, and it wasn't those times where it just checks a green, you did it. So yeah, I never got to finish it. She's pretty fucked up looking. And they really love building snowmen for some reason. Both of them just love building snowmen, and they're kind of creepy. It looks like the beginning of a Doctor Who episode with all these snowmen encroaching around their house. What are you gonna do? Sims will be Sims. Oh, this is the creepiest one. Snow Babusha. And that one, the cyborg guy, I think that's classy. It's pretty classy. Yeah. Happy New Year. I'm so proud of my back deck. It is so cool. I love it so much. Alright, So here they are. We're working on our next aspiration goal, which is to do shrooms in the park, an ungodly amount of shrooms in the park, quote unquote. And you take the shrooms, they're not labeled as shrooms, they're labeled as the scientific name for magic mushrooms, which I can't pronounce. And I had them take the shrooms, and you can't take one again for like an hour. And then you take it and it just kind of starts wearing off. So I have no idea how you get to the ungodly amount of shrooms thing. But yeah, apparently she's a sex crazed hippie. That's one of her little attributes right now. And he's just kind of like zoning out and having a good time. But her needs have been met. And now she's just gonna walk funnily back over to the clubhouse of this park, which I guess is supposed to be like Central Park or something. I don't know. I think they could have done a better job. Like, where are the trees in this park? There's hardly like a foresty area. I feel like Central Park's supposed to have a lot of trees in it. And a lot more lakes and stuff. There's a lot more running paths. Anyway. Okay. I really couldn't get anything to work out with this pack for the most part. It's really hit or miss for all the challenges. They're still riding their high from the ayahuasca ceremony. They are reborn. Hopefully little yoga Hindu symbol to market. Yeah, I'm never gonna get there. So basically I just gave up because look at him, he's passed out in the couch. So I gave up. Not for me. It just made my Sims addicts, and look at them. They're just gonna have one last smoke before we call it quits. If you want to check out this pack, I will put the link to the website in the description of this video. And, you know, it was worth a try, but it's not that fun. It's not as fun as the regular game. I feel like there's more interesting things that you can do with just regular Sims 4 gameplay. Alright. Yeah, he's just gonna lean back and enjoy that. And good night. I'm Sammy. You just watched my first Simpertinent video, which was a review of basementalcc.com Sims 4 mod, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10, but I will not add it to my mods again because it was not fun having my Sims be addicted to cigarettes and weed. They're just totally stupid, like a lot more stupider than usual, and I can't really get them to do anything. So, you know, hit and a miss. So close, no cigar. All right, signing off. Goodbye.